Hey there, today I'm going to be demonstrating for my green belt on the r/lockpicking subreddit. I'm going to be doing that with a master lock 410, lockout tagout. Currently it's a new lock, the key is functional and fully locked. The 410 is non-guttable, so after I'm complete picking it, I will be gutting the American 1100 back here as my demonstration. I'm going to be picking this with a Peterson standard hook. Get myself centered in frame. Start going. Didn't feel anything on 1. Got to click out of 2. Try and get my hand position a little better. Click out of 3. Not really anything on 4. Get under 5. Click out of 5. There's getting under 6. Click out of 6, coming back to the front. Still nothing on 1. Click out of 2. We'll click out of 5. Oh, that felt like I just overset 2. Yeah, go in and kind of give it a... Actually, I'm going to reset. Starting at the back of the keyway on 6. Got click, going on 5, click, 4, we'll click. I couldn't tell if it was on 4, if something else went down. Oop, got into a false set on 3. Keep going. Ooh, getting a good amount of counter rotation. Ooh, on 2. Okay. That clicked through on 1. Not feeling anything. Going to 3. 4's down. Getting under, I feel counter rotation on 4, trying to get under it. Yeah, there. Oop, there it goes. All right. So the master lock 410 picked. Moving on to gutting the American lock. So American lock in good working order. Can open it up. Take out the key for the moment. The American lock has a Phillips head screw down its shackle hole. I'm going to go in and remove that. That retains a little piece that keeps this tag piece in place, and that maintains the core in its location, so the core just pops out. On earlier versions of the American lock, you'll see that little metal piece down in the back of the keyway. That wasn't there. That was a design flaw in the initial design, and what it allowed was a bypass tool to be put down the keyway and to actuate that tail piece right there, and you would be able to turn the key without having picked the lock or used a key or anything else. Somewhere around here I have a bypass tool I could show you, but anyway, all that said, now it comes with this. There are devices you can get that aim to knock that out, but we'll just put that down there for now. All right, so there's the lock body. So once you have the lock open, or the cylinder out, you're going to have to use a follower, fairly small follower, yep. And there is a C-clip on the back. I'm never good at this, so I apologize. I feel like this C-clip removal tool is a little big, but it is what I have. Come on. Come on. There we go. Got that off. Okay. Now we'll take the American key, put it in the keyway. You gotta be careful here. The tailpiece comes out off the back. So if you turn it like this, the normal direction to turn the key, when you go to insert the follower, all the pieces will just spring out. Yeah, so you don't want that to happen. So turn counterclockwise. Also, be careful if you have some kind of a hole or something on your follower. Anyway, get yourself lined up, start inserting, and then go ahead and push right through. Okay, we'll set that there for now. Okay, bringing this up here. Okay, so we can see all the pins. We'll start with number 1 pin. That looks like a little serrated pin. Number 2, also a serrated pin. 3, looks like a standard pin. And number 4, serrated as well. And 5 is a standard pin. Okay, so that's all the key pins out. Now the part that I'm not very good at, pulling out the driver pins. So I've got a pair of tweezers here. We will attempt to not lose anything, starting with the number 1 driver pin. It is serrated. The number 2 is also serrated. The number 3 is a spool with serrations. I don't know if I can show. I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in after the fact. Number 4 is another spool with serrations at the top and the bottom, and number 5 there is finally a spool with serrations. So we have, drop all the springs out, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's another spring in there somewhere, but doesn't want to come out. Looks to be, oh, just borrowing it over there. All right, so there are 4 or 5 springs. They all look the same, so nothing with any tension or anything on it. Okay, let me try and zoom in for you. So you can see the pins. So, wish I had it more elevated. So there you go. You can see serrated driver pin, serrated key pin, serrated key pin, serrated driver pin, spool with some little serrations on the top and bottom. That's the same for number 4 and, or sorry, for number 3 and number 4, with a standard pin and a serrated key pin, a spool, and a standard pin there. And so now it's just a matter of reassembling it. So starting with our key. So when we go to reassemble it, right, it will go in this way so that the tailpiece can come through and you can put in that detainer, C detainer. All right, so starting from the front, we'll start with our key pins, putting in key pin 1, 2, you can't see what I'm doing there. Sorry, I'll zoom back out in a moment. I'll just keep my hand in frame. 2, 3, 4, and finally 5. Okay, all back in, nice and flush. Set that down for a moment. Getting my follower set up. I'm going to start at the back. I'm going to take the spring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little difficult. Oop, and again, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to zoom back out one moment. There. Okay. 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 There's the first spring in. Don't need the follower to do this part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sprung right back out on me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Springs don't want to go back in. There we go. Number 3. 2. And 1. Okay. Now I'll be using the follower, and I will be starting with the number 5 pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's in there. Pressing it down to push the follower forward a bit. Come on, there we go. Okay. The number 4 pin, they get easier the further you go up, having to operate so deeply. Number 4 went in nice and easy. Number 3. Piece of cake. Number 1. Come on. Where's our number 2? There we go. And finally number 1. There. Get that down. Okay, so again, when you go to insert, make sure you are not inserting with that portion of the tailpiece facing down, or everything will shove up on you. You don't want that, so I'll go kind of quick. There we go. Everything's reassembled. Okay, except for the detainer. Put that on, Good. So now the key can come out. The lock will go back together by gonna put the cover over it, inserting the lock back into the keyway, covering it up. Gotta move the out of the way. There, like that. Put this in. One last note I found when practicing is you don't want to tighten the screw all the way. You want to leave it a little loose. Otherwise, it can become difficult to operate. So there, that's reassembled. And find out if I did it correctly. Put the key back in, rotate it, opens back up. All right, so that's been my demonstration of picking a Master Lock 410 and gutting an American 1100. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.